Alright boys, so in this video we're going to be talking about every single player the Knicks are interested in trading for before the February 5th trade deadline. But before we do that, we have to understand what the Knicks are working with because they're currently hard capped at approximately $300,000 below the second tax apron, which means they can't take in more salary than they of course send out, which I'm sure you knew, but just kind of clear in the air before we do this. So you look at a name like Najee Marshall, who we'll get into, probably not the most realistic. Another thing is the Knicks are carrying 14 players on their current roster, which is one below the limit, which makes it even more difficult to send out players than they're bringing in due to roster requirements. So the Knicks, Leon Rose specifically, is going to have to get creative here. Currently, the Knicks are discussing different avenues to move Gershon Yabusele. We've seen them attach Hakeem Dadier with him. Yabusele currently holds a $5.775 million option on his contract for next season. The Spurs and Pelicans have held talks with the Knicks regarding him. And the reason that's significant is because the Knicks, of course, are interested in Jeremy Sohan, and they're also interested in Jose Alvarado and Ime Missy. So the first name that I want to talk about, I'm going to go with the most realistic on this list, and that is actually going to be Jeremy Sohan. The reason I say this is because he's out of the rotation. The Spurs aren't playing him. He's making $7.1 million. He'll be a restricted free agent at the season's end. Doesn't really make a lot of sense for the Spurs to keep him, especially if they get Yabusele, who they can plug in right away and play. The Knicks also need size. They need defense. Yabusele hasn't really given them much. I mean, he's not even a consistent part of the rotation. Yeah, defensive minded wing with size. Can't shoot. Solid rebounder. I don't love that he can't shoot the ball, but it doesn't feel like the Knicks need shooting right now. They just need defensive guys that go out there and play hard every single night. I think Sohan could be, honestly, sort of revolutionized in New York. I think he'd be a good fit. And yeah, the Knicks do need playmaking behind Brunson, but that's not our biggest concern right now. Just defense, size, energy. Yeah, so, and then the next guy on the list, I'm actually going to go with the most intriguing in this entire video, and that is Yves Missy. And the reason I say that is because he's a young big. He started 67 games last season for the Pelicans as a rookie. He's extremely cheap, $3.5 million, because of course he's still on his rookie deal. Missy is currently averaging 5.7 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks in 19.1 minutes per game. Every Pelicans fan that I've heard talk about him definitely wants to keep him and sees a lot of potential in him, but the Pelicans are shopping him. So if the Knicks can make this happen, that'd be great, because they'd have Mitchell Robinson, Missy, and Cat, and that just gives them leverage in case Mitch gets hurt or they just Cat's in foul trouble. They have more options, and I love the fact that he's also a younger player. Currently at, check my notes, he is 21 years old, which is crazy to think about. He will not be 22 until this May. Yeah, this would be an awesome trade for the Knicks. A former first-round pick, guys, of course, in the previous draft. Next on the list, I'm going to go with Jose Alvarado. This has been discussed for the Knicks for months now, it feels like. Alvarado, of course, he had a basketball gym in New York City, but he sold it. 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, so all 3-pointers yesterday against the Spurs, 6 points. Hadn't played in his previous 9 games. I mean, he's just a scrappy point guard who solves the Knicks' issues behind Brunson. Tyler Kolek looked like he was going to get the job done for a while. The Cup was awesome. The comeback against the Cavs, I mean, that just seems like forever ago. Tyler Kolek has not had it going. Both sides of the ball, it's turning it over, missing shots, not efficient. Defensively, he's a liability. Alvarado's given the Pelicans 8 points, 3 assists, and 22 minutes off of the bench, and he holds a $4.5 million option on his contract for next season. So instantly, you can see another cheap option that fills a void for the Knicks. I do think Alvarado, honestly, has a good chance of being a Knick, but there's also other teams like the Rockets, for example, that are interested. I haven't really heard about anyone being interested in Sohan. That's why I went with the most realistic, and the fact that the Knicks are talking to the Spurs about Yabusele, it just seems like a perfect swap, and then throwing Dadier to that, because you're not going to be able to get Sohan, obviously, for just Yabusele. And then the last name on the list, who is easily the best player and easily the best fit, is going to be Najee Marshall. So currently, I mean, Marshall, he's playing the best basketball of his career of late, averaging 22, 7, and 5 over his last 7 games. The Mavs are 5 and 2. They've been playing some high-level basketball. He is making $9 million and $9.4 million, which for the Knicks is a little bit pricey, but like in general, that's actually extremely cheap for a guy giving you those numbers. Can also play make. I'm not gonna say he's Cooper flag, but any contender that is able to get him is going to be getting a good player. And I like him. I remember when he actually went to the Mavs, it was when they got Klay Thompson as well. I mean, that's a big-time piece. He was good for the Pelicans. The issue for the Knicks is that $9 million, they'd have to figure out a way to make that work, and also the cost. So it's reported right now, according to Mark Stein, that the Mavericks are asking a lot in return, and other people around the NBA have said that they don't really think the Mavs want to trade him, but given that Dallas has their first, and then they don't until 2031. They need picks. They're got to build around Flag. So I wouldn't be shocked if they trade him, but it's going to be a bidding war. And the Knicks just are not going to be able to win a bidding war. I mean, currently in New York, they have the Wizards' first-round pick, but it's protected 1 through 8. And then I think it converts to seconds. The Wizards, I don't even know the last time the Wizards won a game. They don't even try. It's freaking annoying how tanking just kind of ruined the NBA. I mean, because, like, bro, the Knicks were asked for so many years, but they were actually trying, and then they never got a good pick. Yeah, I mean, the Wizards haven't won a game since, I literally have to keep going back. I think it was January 6th. That was 20 days ago. So it's safe to say that pick's not converting. So, yeah, the Knicks do have their own first-round pick, which I honestly didn't even know. I know that the Nets have the majority of our picks. If the Knicks were to make a trade for Giannis, they'd have to do swaps. I mean, obviously. So, yeah, not really a lot of leverage to get into a bidding war. So that's why Jeremy Sohan, Jose Alvarado, Yves Missy, like these types of names are the ones that the Knicks are going after, and they should be able to make something happen. If the Knicks do want to get a legit bench piece that can elevate them and give them a higher ceiling to win a championship, they could throw a first-round pick in with Dadier and with Yabusele. I honestly don't think the Knicks will do that, if I'm being real. If they are going to do that, it's got to be for like a Najee Marshall. I mean, maybe they would. I mean, I personally wouldn't. But the Knicks, they're just not winning with the current team they have. And I don't know if any of the players I named would put the Knicks over the top, but at least it would help them out. Because you look at like last trade deadline, I mean, the Knicks didn't really. I don't even think we made a trade. Knicks recent trades. The fact I don't remember says we didn't make a trade. The Knicks' next game is going to be tomorrow against the Kings. Remember the last time we played them in Sacramento? That was when Brunson hurt his ankle. And the Knicks is really one of the ugliest games they played of the year, maybe the ugliest game. It's snowing again, man. Like, when is enough enough? This is kind of crazy. But really, outside of that, I don't really have much else to say. It's kind of a wait-and-see thing, but I am going to keep you guys updated with all the rumors, and hopefully we can actually get some moves that are official so we can break it down. Sohan's 22, 6'8", 230. I always forget Sohan is so young. He was in the 2022 draft out of Baylor, of course. I want Jeremy Sohan, man. I think he'd be perfect for this team. I know guys are going to want playmaking or want shooting, but just a tough, taller wing with length would be awesome next to OG and Mikal Bridges. Honestly, I wouldn't be too mad if the Knicks do trade Mikal. It doesn't really make sense to do that unless they're trying to get a better player than Mikal. And Giannis, I mean, I'm still hanging on to that. But all signs are saying that the Knicks are absolutely not getting Giannis. A report did come out earlier that the Bucks and Giannis believe that a trade is best for both sides, but it doesn't mean the Bucks will trade him if they can get more in the offseason. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Smash the like button. My name is Knicks Film Room,